If you follow my recipe here, you'll learn how to make the most delicious French fries or freedom fries or whatever. Let's not get political. The best fries you've ever had. Alright, so I just came back from the gym and I feel like having a burger and fries. Now, a while back, I did a video on how I make burgers and fries, but I said, let me make a separate video of how I make fries. Let me tell you something. If you follow this, if you make your own French fries from scratch, that clown is going to be knocking on your door, the king of burgers, all them people. Because the way I'm going to show you, it's so delicious. Alright, so you're going to need some, well, let's go through the ingredients. Alright, so we're going to start with a couple of potatoes. I'm going to use 2 for me. If you have more people or family or your significant other, adjust it. I would say use 4 for 2 people. And I mean, I know kids love French fries, so maybe you want to go higher. I like to use longer potatoes, of course, because we're turning them into fries. You can use whatever sort of potato, doesn't matter. I'm going to scrub them, get them clean. You want to do that before you cook them. I'm going to use this fruit and vegetable wash from this company. I love their stuff. You can also use, a lot of people use vinegar and baking soda. It's up to you. My knife, some nice oil. I'm going to use this from this company because I'm trying to be fancy. But you can use any oil. You're also going to need a pot with some water. It's on very light heat. But I'm going to salt it and bring it up to a boil because we're going to blanch the potatoes. And our frying pan. Alright, so let's start. Man, look at those potatoes. They change color. I'm telling you, when you cook potatoes, scrub them down. Okay? So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to turn that pot of water that I had warm, I'm going to turn up the heat and add a little salt. Okay? I don't have to show you the brand, but I did in other videos. You don't need much because you're just going to blanch it, nothing special. Alright, and I want that water to come up to a boil. So how do I cut the potato? Alright, take your potato and you're going to cut it in half. Right? If your board is moving like that, that's very dangerous. You get a piece of damp paper towel and you put it under the board. That way you stop it from moving, and that way you do not cut yourself. Alright, so now back to cutting the potato. So we cut it in half, or about a half, and then the half you're going to cut in half. Alright, so you're basically making quarters lengthwise. From there, you're going to cut across here. Now, the reason why I like this is that I can make them whatever size I want. And also, there are these contraptions they sell in the store to make fries, and it's just, those things, I don't know, they never work. Okay, so you make them as thin or as thick as you like. Right? Boom, we have fries. So these are thicker. Okay? You want them thinner? You just cut them thinner. That's it. It's all up to you. I'm going to leave them like this. And the ones that I rounded, maybe if you want to cut them, it's fine. This one's kind of thick. Right? Let's see here. These are kind of thick too. That's fine. Let's do another one. Let's do the other half. Let's see this one. I'll cut this one in half. Whatever. Let's do that again. Okay? I have a half. And the half, I'm going to cut in half. If you want it even thinner, cut the half in a half. Does that make sense? It's all up to you. Alright, then we're going to go a long way. I'm going to cut these maybe a little thinner to see. Oh, I messed that up, but whatever. Alright, I like these better. These came out a little better. Okay? And again, the rounded ones, you can go on the rounded edge. You can cut it to make it more fry-like or more cylindrical. Alright, I'm going to do the other one and then we'll come to the next step. Alright, so here's our next step. I got them all about the same size. I'm going to rinse them in cold water. Remove some of that starch. I mean, potatoes are pure starch, but if you notice when you cut it open, you're going to see a lot of potato milk on your knife. So I'm just going to rinse them off as much as I can, you know, until the water is like not milky. I want the water to be clear, and that didn't take too long. This is fine. Alright, so that takes care of this. Now I'm waiting for my pot of water to come to a light boil, so let's wait for that and we'll continue with the next step. Alright, so my pot is it's come to a light boil here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the potatoes right in there, turn up the heat a little bit, and you know, of course throwing the potatoes in there, it brought the temperature down. But what I'm going to do is, as soon as it comes back up to a boil, I'm going to leave them in like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and pull them. Okay? Alright. Alright, so let me move this camera here. You can see it started coming to a light boil. See there? So now I'm just going to stir them a little bit and count 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and pull them. We don't want to boil them soft, we just want to keep them in there a couple of seconds. Alright? So 30-40 seconds. Alright, I know technically we did boil it. It's not blanching, but we boiled it for 30 seconds. So now I'm going to pour the water out, get them out of that water. Keep my strainer there. Alright, got all of them? Okay, so next, what I want to do, or what I wanted to do, is I put my cooking board in here, and I feel too lazy to get my other board. I'm going to pat them down with a paper towel, because we're going to put them in hot oil, and if they're very wet, you know that it'll pop. You know, you always want stuff to be popping, you know what I'm saying? But not when you're frying stuff. So it'd be best if you get a flat surface, you know, lay them out on a nice big board and pat them dry before you fry them. But being that I'm a little bit lazy, I'm just gonna do it this way. Alright, let's go over to the oil. Alright, so I got my fries here on the side. I got my pan with the oil going. This pan is smoking a little bit because I kind of left some fat from something I made this morning. That's a big mistake. So when I cleaned it out, it wasn't thorough. I should have used some barkeeper's friend or Bon Ami, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. So let's test the oil. Let's see if it's hot enough. That's what you want to do. You take whatever you're going to fry, a piece of it, stick it in there. If it bubbles up, it's ready. Yeah, it's bubbling. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do half of these. I'm going to fry them in stages. Stages, you hear me? In batches. Alright, and this is going to be maybe 2-3 minutes. Alright, so 2-3 minutes. You don't have to super crowd the pan, but for the amount that I had, I'm going to do it in 2 batches. Alright, so I'm going to let 2 or 3 minutes pass. I'm going to, you know, move them around, stir them around a little bit. And we should notice, I don't know if we'll be able to see it on camera, a raw one that I boiled should look different from one of these after the first phase of frying. Let me see if we can pick it up on camera later. Alright, so I'm going to let 2 minutes, 3 minutes pass. Okay. And I'm going to be stirring it around. Alright, randomly. Alright, so it's been about 2.5 minutes. Alright. I'm going to take these out and put it in a separate little strainer that I have on the side. And I'm going to go on to fry the other batch that I have here, but I want to show you the difference. Let me see if I can, let me just get the majority of these out. And there's little baby ones here and there, which they'll probably crisp up and burn up in that oil, but okay. So I want to show you, I'm going to go on ahead and get to the next batch, but I want to show you the difference with one that I've preliminary cooked and one that's completely raw. I don't know if you can see that, but one is kind of like a palish yellow. This is the one that we fried preliminarily, and then this is the completely raw one. Can the camera pick that up? Let me see. You see the difference? This one looks more textured. This one's more, it's like opaque and has no texture. So this is what you want. Now this is cooked, but this is not a fry. We're just preliminarily frying it. We're gonna refry them, okay? But let me go on to this batch, and again, I'm gonna stand here and let them fry up for 2.5 minutes. I went 2.5. Oh, and by the way, I'm on medium-low heat. Medium-low, more towards low. You don't have to have it, you know, blasting heat. Okay? And then we're going to go on to the next part. Alright, so I finished frying all of the ones that I've had here. And I just want to show you, again, they should look somewhat opaque and textured. Now these are cooked, but they're not ready to be served. I want them to react to the air. And I also, you know, when I eat fries or when I serve fries, I like them piping hot. So I'm not gonna fry them again until I'm ready to serve them. So what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I'm gonna work on my burger. I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna cook the burger up, and then, you know, a minute and 30 seconds away from being done with the burger, I'm gonna fry these again. What you can also do is, you know how you buy a bag of fries in the supermarket that's frozen? Right now, I can take half of these, put them in a nice bag, a Ziploc bag or whatever sort of container, and freeze them. And then when I'm ready to have them, I can fry them. But for now, I'm just going to put these to the side. I'm going to work on my burger. If you're going to have a sandwich or whatever else, work on that. And don't fry these again until you're absolutely ready to serve. Alright, I'm going to work on the rest of my food. Oh, and I'm going to keep the oil here. It's not on heat. I may strain out the little pieces of potato that's left, but I'm going to keep this on the side, and again, when I'm ready to have my burger, my sandwich, whatever, we'll come back to it. Alright, so my burger's off on the side here. I'm just letting the cheese melt a little bit. I'm going to bring this pan back up to heat, the same oil. I'm going to check, it's not ready. Okay, and again, you don't have to have the oil super high. Just be patient. Ooh, let it come up to heat. Again, medium low. I got my fries ready. So let's see here. Nope, not yet ready yet. When we're ready, we'll come back. All right, move my burger off to the side. This pan is ready. It's smoking a little bit because, like I said, kind of left a little bacon grease there on the side, but that's fine. So now, same thing, we're going to fry in batches. Is this oil ready? Yeah, it's popping. And I'm going to fry the amount that I'm going to serve immediately. Okay, and this is the stage which the fries are going to get nice and crispy and delicious. And Ronald and the King and the redhead, actually I like the redhead, they're all going to be jealous, and they're going to want to come over for your delicious fries, Capellan style. Alright, so I'm gonna fry them up. It really depends on you, 2-3 minutes. Same as before. But some people like them browner, some people don't like them as brown. And it doesn't really take that long. I said 2 or 3 minutes, but I'm gonna eye it and watch the color change again. And if it turns toasty quickly, I'm gonna pull them. I'm gonna estimate and tell you how long this takes me, alright? I'll stop the camera for now. Ooh, that took 1:30 seconds. And you can hit the fries and see that they're crispy. Alright? And some of them are turning brown. Yeah, I like it like this. If you want it there longer, that's fine. So this took like 1:30 seconds. I'm going to take these out and work on the next batch. You can hear them as they're hitting my strainer. I'm putting this group into the strainer off on the side. And I'm going to work on the next batch. Since they'll cook up quick, like I said, I won't lose too much heat and the fries will still be nice and warm. Okay, so let me just do the next batch and then I'll show you my recommended seasoning. Alright, so here are my fries. They're done. Listen to this. Listen. You hear that crunch? I'm not even done with them. Now what I would suggest, I'm going to put a little salt, a little black pepper. If you want garlic powder, but we're going to skip that. Oh my god, and these are ready to be served with my burger. I might as well show you. That burger has mushrooms on it. Grilled onions kind of fell apart here. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna eat all of them. I'm gonna eat all of them. So listen, this is how. Where's my ketchup? How I make fries. It's worth if you make them on your own. They'll be delicious. They'll be healthier. You'll know what goes in them. Supposedly fries at like certain places has like certain chemicals and stuff.